Today, I want to talk about the let them theory. If you're not familiar with this is sort of a TikTok psychology self-help theory that states that let the people treat you how they're going to treat you. Let the person abandon you. Let them betray you. Let them give the job to someone else. Let them break up with you. Let them show you who they are so that you have the information you need to then go make the decision that's best for you. See, the thing is, when we're in intimate relationships, friendships, parent-child relationships, romantic relationships, a lot of the times we can get into this fantasy zone and build this person up to be someone that they're simply not. And when we live in this fantasy zone, we often have covers for their behavior. We let a lot slide because we romanticize other elements of their personality, and we stop ourselves from seeing that behavior. So I want to challenge you to let them treat you the way that they want to treat you, and then use that information to walk away. It took me years of toxic cycles with the same person in my life that I constantly ignored red flag after red flag after red flag because I had built this person up in my mind to be someone that they simply were not. And when I finally left and I started to allow their behavior to catch up with me, I was submersed in a whirlwind of facing reality, facing the cold, hard facts of what they had done and what I didn't allow them to do in my mind. I didn't allow my reality and my mental picture of this person to match up. And once I left the situation with this person, all of a sudden, the things that had happened to me, the things that I allowed, and the things that I covered up, pushed deep down in my psyche, started erupting up like a volcano. It's pressure building and building and building over time until suddenly you reach a boiling point, you tip over and you explode, and there is no going back. There's literally no going back. Once you see someone for who they actually are and not the beautiful, innocent person that you've made them to be, your world starts to get really real really fast, and it's completely uncomfortable. And that's why oftentimes people stay in their comfort zone. They stay with the person, or rather the version of the person they're allowing themselves to see, than the person they actually are. The person that's treating them poorly, having toxic patterns, that's simply not realizing their worth, that's not accepting you. Just let them, and don't run away. You have a gut instinct. Listen to your gut. I wish I listened to my gut. I wish I got out of my fantasy world and saw what was right in front of me instead of trying to cover it up. Once you see someone for who they really are and you allow yourself to see their actions and their true intent and their true colors, it can be very mentally exhausting and draining. And a lot of the times, if you're a self-aware person, you take on a lot of guilt. You think to yourself, why didn't I think of this sooner? Why did I stay so long? Why did I allow myself to treat this person this way, treat me this way for so long? And I want you to accept that those thoughts are there, but also put them to the side for a second and realize that it's okay. At least if you can come to the realization now, it's better late than never. Sometimes people stay in toxic patterns for years. Sometimes they die with these existing toxic patterns, never emerging out of them, never realizing their own true value, their own worth in their life, and they go through their life miserable. There's no reason to do this. You deserve happiness. God did not put us on this earth to be miserable. God put us on this earth to enjoy, to see the beauty, to see the divine essence all around us. God doesn't want us to struggle. He doesn't want us to be sad. He doesn't want us to be surrounded by people that are hurting us. And sometimes a really sad truth is that those that we love and pour so much time, energy, love, interest, attention into are the people that hurt us the most. So please take a step back, take a sip of reality. It's not going to taste sweet at first, but I promise you one day you're going to learn. You're going to think to yourself, oh my God, I'm so glad I realized that and I walked away. I think if you're a deeply empathetic person, or you're just a caring, naturally good-hearted person, people can see that. People are really quick to identify that, and they will take advantage of you. Unfortunately, that is how power dynamics are pushed through the world time and time again. It's that people see and recognize those that are willing to sacrifice and eagerly sacrifice, maybe because they don't love themselves enough. And then they will identify that, and they will take and take and take until the giver feels completely drained. So I definitely urge you, if you're that kind of person that's predisposed to be very giving, very loving, very open and honest, and just overall a gentle soul, please have your guard up. That's not to say, don't trust anyone in this life. Everyone's out to get you. Not at all. There are dozens of people that are going to not take advantage of your kindness. But when you come across people that do take advantage of your kindness, don't cover their behavior, and also don't justify and don't intellectualize their behavior. I've fallen into this trap where I can so clearly understand why someone has done something. I understand where that pattern comes from, what in their life might have triggered this toxic behavior, and therefore by default I start to excuse their toxic behavior. Please don't do this. It's just not worth it. It's extraordinarily painful. And anyone that knows this kind of abuse or this kind of toxic pattern will vouch for it. It's incredibly abusive, and it's incredibly taxing on you. So it's a very simple theory to live by, but just let them, and then take that information, analyze it, and make the decision that's best for you. If you're in a situation where you think this is best for me, there's a workaround, fine, go with that. See it for what it is though, and let it happen. Let it happen, learn from it, and then move on. I hope this video served as a warning or a helpful point of reference for anyone that's been caught up in this victim mindset or delusional fantasy of those around them. I wish I had someone to look me in the eye and just tell me, stop making excuses for people, allow their behavior to show, and accept their behavior for what it is, and it will save you from a lot of pain. The quicker you learn this lesson, the quicker you can escape these toxic patterns, accept your worth, love yourself, and then move on to the next chapter of your life. It has taken me far too long, and that's why I'm trying urgently to get this message out there, and I'm very passionate about it. And I just wish all the best for everyone that's watching this. I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yes, I wasn't really planning on making this video. I had just gotten ready for bed, did my skincare, I have a hair mask in my hair, but I could not go to sleep without sharing this thought, this realization, this epiphany with those that I love. And if you're watching this video, I do love you, and I encourage you to stick around, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love.